Okay, how to be certain of your MBTI type in 5 simple steps. A couple quick disclaimers before we dive into the video. All right, so MBTI Online says right there on their website that ultimately it's up to you to determine your personality type. So there isn't a typologist on planet Earth that can tell you who you are, no matter how good they are. There isn't a personality test on planet Earth, no matter how accurate it is, who can tell you who you are. Okay? It is up to you to decide that. That's number one. Number two, I will say to you that what I'm going to share with you today, it's not a foolproof system any more than the personality tests are. So this has worked for a lot of people. It's worked with me. And my sincerest hope is that you'll get value out of this video today, and that if you are on the fence about your type, you will have some closure. All right, let's dive in. So the first step to being certain of your MBTI type is to just go ahead and go online and take all those free tests. No, none of them are 100% accurate, but take Human Metrics, take Personality Hacker, take 16 Personalities, take Open Psychometrics and Truity and Personality Max. Take them all. They're fun, they're fast, they're free, and they're pretty accurate. So just take all those tests, all right? Step 2, see if you can identify a pattern in the test results. So let's say you took 10 tests, and let's say 6 out of the 10 tests you tested as, say, an INFJ. Well, that right off the bat is a pretty good indication that if you're on the fence about your type and you've taken 10 tests and 6 out of the 10 say you're an INFJ, that's a good indication that we're on the right track. So that's step 2, okay? See if you can identify a common pattern in the testing results. Now here's step 3. For step 3, what you want to do is you want to narrow down, if you can, the top 2 or at the most the top 3 results that you've gotten. So let's say your top 2 results, let's say out of the 10 times you tested, 6 out of the 10 you got INFJ, 3 times out of the 10 you got INFP, and then there was an oddball where you got, like, say, an ISTJ test result on your 10th test. All right? What you want to do is you want to narrow, of those 10 tests, narrow it down to your top 2 of those. All right. So you're like, okay, I'm INFJ and I'm INFP now. All right. It's one or the other. If you're getting value out of the video so far, go ahead and do me a favor, hit like, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel quickly for more entertainment and insight for the intuitive types. Step 4 is probably the most important step on this list. Okay, my music theory professor in college always used to tell us that when it comes to practicing our instrument, slow is fast and fast is slow. So step 4 is going to require a little bit of work on your end, on the front end. And I'm not selling snake oil, and no, this is not something that's going to cost you money. Okay, just bear with me. Step 4 is going to require a slight investment of your time, but in the long run, it's going to pay off for you. So it's slow at the beginning, but it's fast in the long run. What you want to do is you want to take those top 2 types, or 3 at the most, that you have narrowed your type down to, INFJ, INFP, and let's just throw ISTJ in there. And now you want to repeat for step 4 the same process that you repeated for step 1, which is to take a whole bunch of personality tests. But instead of taking a bunch of personality tests like you did in step 1, now you want to read a whole boatload of descriptions about those types. Okay? As many different descriptions as you can get your hands on. Read 50 descriptions about the INFJ. Watch 84 videos about the INFP, right? Watch 19 videos and read 57 descriptions about the ISTJ, all right? Because what this is going to do is the more descriptions that you read and familiarize yourself with the differences and the similarities in these types, the easier it's going to be for you to make an informed decision and distinguish between which type you believe that you are. Now, step 5 is simply this. If you've done steps 1 through 4, and you've got it narrowed down to these 2 types, and you've read all the descriptions, you've taken all the tests, and you're between INFJ and INFP now, what I will say to you is, even then, if you very strongly resonate with both types, what you want to ask yourself is this, because here's the thing, okay, bear with me, all right? Very few things in this world are completely black and white, all right? Most everything is on a spectrum. Introversion versus extroversion is on a spectrum. Intuition versus sensing is on a spectrum. Thinking versus feeling is on a spectrum, etc. So ask yourself this question for step number 5. Of these two types that I've gotten it narrowed down to, between the two, which one am I even 51% more identifying with right now? And even if it's 51%, even if it is 50.000139887%, that's your type. And that, I believe, is probably just about the closest we are ever going to get to be certain of our type. Now, again, you can hire a typologist. You can, ask a bunch of people's opinions about what they think your type is, but ultimately it is up to you to decide. And I do believe that these 5 simple steps will take you as close to certainty as you could possibly ever get to determine your type, and then use the opinions of others and the typologists and all those things. Use that as a guide to help you, the individual, make an ultimately informed and sure decision about what your type is. What steps have helped you be certain about your MBTI type? I would love to know in the comments. Go ahead and smash that like button now and hit the subscribe button on your way out. Please share this video with someone that you might know who's been uncertain about their type. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.